Mathurin is going to be first today, and his book, 7 Checklist Items for Success. He's a primary care physician and a resident in aerospace medicine, medical officer in the United States Navy, and has served in the Pacific. And he's going to tell you more about his story since he's the one to know. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. I grew up in Haiti. I came here when I was 20 years old. Started as a dishwasher in a tiny place called Immaculate, Florida. But the story for the book, I have a young nephew, 16-year-old. I wanted to write something to give him some advice. He came here a little bit younger, so I felt that this is a place of opportunity where, like we say, the sky is the limit. But many times, it's a little bit difficult to get started. So one of the things I try to advise him, and that's the story that we share in the book, the first step is trying to find a way to find our purpose in life. It's always funny when we say find purpose in life because people are saying, how can I find my purpose? What is that? Well, the funny thing actually, we are that purpose. But I think what happened many times is the lack of awareness of what's going on. Many times we feel that I don't know all the answers. But many times all we have to know basically is to have that sense of curiosity, as if we live in our life in a dark room where we're trying to find our way, with that sense of we're trying to figure it out everything. We know that we don't know everything. And from that sense of purpose, what I try to advise my nephew and share with folks in the book, from there are a few things we need to do. I call those the 7 checklists for success. And those checklists, if you look at really any successful people, whatever success means for that person, you will see those people, they have a few things in common. And that first thing I believe that most people who are seeking for success, again, whatever that definition is for you, that first thing I think is goal. I feel that goal is like that GPS in our life. Before we go anywhere in the car, we plug in those numbers, that address, that destination. I think that's what it is. So goal is that destination. And from having goal, the next step then is action. You can have all the goal, you can plug that address in the GPS, but if you don't start up that car, if you don't press your foot in that accelerator and move, nothing will happen. And I think many times that's the same with the success in life. Having said that, having goal, take action. Next thing I believe that is very crucial is that courage that we need to continue to keep going. Many times you will see people will do that, whatever that they need to do. And after a month, 2 months, a year, they don't see that result, they give up. So we talk about that courage to keep going. It's always funny with me when I started as a dishwasher. One of my friends in the kitchen was telling me, you will never be a physician. Jesus will come first before you can ever become a physician. You see, what he was talking about like that lack of courage that I will not keep going. Because at the end of the day, all it is really, you take a class, next semester you take another class. I'm sure that probably will take 50 years before medical school I get that. But my point is that you keep going no matter what. And I think that's that lack of, some people might say motivation, but I think that lack of courage sometimes could be an impediment to success. Talking about courage, the next thing I believe that is crucial is that ability that we all should have to value the resources we have around us. And that first part of resource, we say resources, I think is ourselves. It's important to wake up a little bit early every single morning, exercise, a healthy diet. Okay? It's important to say that the people around us, to show that we appreciate them. Because at the end of the day, what I believe is crucial, those relationships that we have around us actually is the source of that happiness so many of us are seeking in order to feel happy. And so many times it's just around us, but we just don't take the time to value it. And next thing I try to talk to my nephew about is to invest. When we say investment, for us who are working with some gray hair, I call that maybe 10% of what we make, put it somewhere for a rainy day. But really the real investment I was talking to him about is to invest in himself. Maybe a book a month is a good start. A little bit more than that is also crucial. Okay? But at the end of the day, knowing that you are valuable and every step that you make toward making yourself a little bit more valuable, that's maybe tomorrow you getting paid a little bit more, or maybe you being able in a position where you can take advantage of that opportunity that might present to you. But if you're not prepared, when that burst of opportunity comes around, if you didn't invest in yourself, you might not be able to have enough fair save to take that ride. So that's one thing we try to mention to the young folks. And the next step to success, in my opinion, after we talk about invest, is to give back. I feel that in a busy life like the US, and many times we say, we don't have time to give back. But I can tell you, as a young man who grew up in Haiti, when I see somebody from another country, that is the US or many other places, go to volunteer, this is one of the things, that person that go to volunteer, they consider themselves as just an average person, an average Joe. But the motivation, the sense of hope that you give to that person is priceless. And that's why I'm saying that every single one of us has something to give. It might be as simple as a little smile to you, but to that person receiving that smile, that might be golden. So remember that and take advantage of that. And the last step to success, the seventh step, in my opinion, is what I call live a life of legacy. And when we talk about legacy, many people think, okay, what do you mean by that? What really that legacy you're talking about? And for me, that legacy is, again, to live our life with that sense of purpose, knowing that we're here, not just for ourselves, but there's a bigger picture to it. And it's to me at least, is to live that life with that sense of urgency. We're thinking maybe today might be the last day, and whatever it is, we feel that we're trying to enjoy it, share our love, share our smile with the people around us. And to me, if we seek to live it every day as the last day, to me that will be a life of legacy. And whatever that success means to you, I think people will look up to you and want to emulate what you have achieved. Again, thank you. I hope you guys have a chance to get a copy. The book is also available as audiobook, and I really look for the opportunity to shake your hand and share my story with you a little bit more. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you.